Okay, so our next step here is to write the fixed end moments. So the fixed end moments, we saw the table last time. So here is the table. So in this problem we need to use the uniformly distributed load case, the off-center load and the centered load. So let's do the centered load first. Both the moments are PL by 8. So we have a 40 kilonewton load with 6 meter span. So 40 times 6 divided by 8. So that is 30. So then I need to put on this side I will put a negative 30, and on this side I will put positive 30. So why negative and positive? So remember the beam is bending like this, then at the support, these are the supports. So here I have moments that way, and at the support I have this way. So at the left support I have a clockwise moment, right support counterclockwise. Therefore right support gets negative, left support positive. Then this one is WL square by 12. So 10 times 8 square by 12, that is 53.33. So 53.33, that is negative here and positive here. Okay, and this one is we use the off-center load case. So PB square A by L square, okay, or PA square B by L square. So in both of them we have 20 times 1 times 2 square divided 20 times 1 times 3 square by 4 square plus 20 times 3 times 1 square by 4 square. So if you do that, you get 20 times 1 times 3 square by 4 square plus 20 times 1 square times 3 by 4 square. You get 15. So on the left support you have positive 15, and right support you have negative 15. Okay, so these are the fixed end moments. Now what we need to do is we need to make sure the moment at each support on both sides adds up to 0. That means we are just saying on either side of the support you have the same moment, there is a balance. So first let's remove this 15. So how do we do that? We just add a negative 15. Okay, and all of that is on only this beam because the relative stiffness is 1. So how much of it gets carried over to the right? Half of it, negative 7.5. okay, remember, so half of this moment gets carried over to this side. Okay, then let's do the other support D, because let's finish the ends first. So you have negative 30 here, so you put a positive 30, and positive 15 is carried over to this side. So now the support A, support D, they have 0 moments and nothing is going to carry over there, so we are done with the supports. Now let's come to support B. So how much we have here? Total 53.33 minus 15 minus 7.5. So that is 30.83. So we need to apply negative 30.83 to balance that out. And 2/5 of that will go to the right of the support. 3/5 of that will go to the left of the support. So 2/5 of 30.83 is 12.33. So negative 12.33 goes here, and 3/5 of 30.83 is 18.50. So negative 18.50 goes here. Okay, now we balanced out the moments here. But remember, half of the 12.33 gets carried over to this side. So 12.33 by 2 6.17. So put negative 6.17 carried over to here. Now let's total everything on this support C. How much we have? Negative 53.33, positive 30, positive 15, negative 6.17, negative 14.5. So put half of that on each side. So we need to put positive 7.25, positive 7.25. Okay, and half of the 7.25 from here will get carried over to support B. So half of that is 3.63. So put 3.63 carry over on this side. Okay, now again the support B is now unbalanced. So the net is 3.63. So let's distribute that. 2/5 of negative 3.63 to the right of B and 3/5 of negative 3.63 to the left of B. So 2/5 of that is, so we put negative 1.45 here, and 3/5 of that negative 2.18 here. Okay, so now again the negative 1.45, half of that will get carried over to support C. So negative 0.725 gets carried over here, and we need to balance this now because the support B is balanced now. So negative 0.725, so half and half, so 0.36. So positive 0.36 on this side, positive 0.36 on this side, but then half of the positive 0.36 gets carried over this side, so positive 0.18. Now let's distribute the positive 0.18 on both the sides. So 2/5 of that, so negative 0.073, 0.073 goes here. 3/5 of that, negative 0.11 goes here, but the half of negative 0.073 will carry over this side. So negative 0.037, 0.037. Okay, now actually when we reach such small values we can stop. Now we just do the totaling. Now draw a new line. So let's draw a new line and let's write down the totals. So total for support A is 15 minus 15, 0. It's a pin support, it should be 0. Total for support B, negative 15, negative 7.5, negative 18.5, negative 2.18, negative 0.11, negative 43.29, and the right 53.33 minus 12.33 plus 3.63 minus 1.45 plus 0.18 minus 0.073, 43 positive 43.29. Okay, now let's come to this support. Negative 53.33, negative 6.17, positive 7.25, negative 0.725, positive 0.36, negative 0.037, negative 52.65. Now let's do that side. 30 plus 15 plus 7.25 plus 0.36, 50 positive 52.61. Okay, and 30 minus 30 is 0. So these are our final moments. Now if you compare, just compare to the 3 moments method. Let me open the document. I think we did it. Okay. So 43.3, 52.6. So you can see very close match by the, but moment distribution method is very fast and kind of very regimented to do, so it is much easier. So we need this thing because we will use it right now. We will analyze a continuous span in today's class, and I will try to post a video for that too, but maybe not, since we are getting close to the class. But I hope this video and the previous one you all can watch, and I hope you understood moment distribution method. We will do one example at the beginning of the class as well. Okay, thank you.